Potatoes are harvested out here. The summer cover crop from over there has been cut down and tilled in. Actually, there was a bunch of crabgrass into that. The hairy vetch was about the only thing that was still green when I mowed that down. I hit it with the rotary cutter, then I tilled that in. After the potatoes, I rototilled this in. That footage began this video, and now we're ready to seed the cover crop for winter. And what I have is a mix of winter rye and hairy vetch, and that's what I'm going to seed over this entire area. Overall, this planting area is about 100 feet long and 40 feet wide, so that's 4,000 square feet. You're supposed to seed this winter rye hairy vetch mix at about 100 pounds per acre. Now we've got 1/10 of an acre, which means of course I need 1/10 of 100 pounds or 10 pounds of seed. So I have two 5-pound bags. What I'm gonna do is put them into my spreader, little walk behind rotary broadcast spreader. And I'm gonna use a low setting for the seed distribution and basically just go over the whole area as many times as it takes to use up all the seed. I'd rather start at a really low setting than a high setting, because if you use a high setting and run out of seed, there's no going back. So I wanna make sure I cover the whole area and just lay down a couple of light coats of seed until I use it all up. Plastic inside of these paper bags. All right, we're loaded up. We can see this is nicely blended. All right, so the walk behind broadcast spreader isn't working so well. The loose soil on top from digging the potatoes and then doing that till, it's just not engaging the wheels to get them spinning readily enough. They're kind of sinking in and getting too much drag. So I dug this out of the barn. This is my grandfather's old hand spreader. It seems like the plates in here in the bottom do still open to let seed out. So if I pull on this, it opens a bit, and really the setting is probably okay right about here. So I think if I put the seed in here and walk with this, that's gonna work better. Seed is expensive, so I put about half the seed in here. We'll start with that, see how things work. Well, that seemed to work out fairly well. I probably don't need to do anything at this point except let it grow, but I think I'm gonna just drag my iron rake over the surface just to kind of scratch the seed in just a little bit. With those 10 pounds, using that hand bag rotary spreader, I was able to cover the whole area almost twice, given the distribution rate. So I think I got a pretty good even spread with the seed. Time will tell as it germinates. This is about the last point in time that I can do this here in southern New Hampshire. It's early October now. You really should be seeding by the end of September, 1st of October, when you're doing winter rye here in New Hampshire. So I am right on the fringe in terms of getting this in. So hopefully it gets nicely established before we get our first frost. And that way it'll winter over, and then it will continue growing in the spring, and we'll be able to turn it in, add a lot of organic matter to the soil.